Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. In this new series on the channel, you asked and I answered. It's been great. I'm getting a lot of requests. If you have any problem, any trouble or struggle with a technique, variation, attack, defensive, escape, just comment on the video and I will do my best to pick your comment and share the video with you, okay? And today's request is coming from, I don't even know how to pronounce, but there's not a name. It's NVS3221. Can you show some guard pull into a De La Riva with immediate offensive? Awesome question, really good question, and that's specific question that we want. And please guys, be more specific with your questions because sometimes it's hard to understand what you're meaning to, so it's gonna be hard to figure it out, but try to be very specific, point A, point B, point C, okay? So, very good point, very good question. Can you show some guard pull into De La Riva? Awesome. So, before we start, it's important to understand what the De La Riva takes us. I was even talking to Adam, he was even mentioning like when people place De La Riva, they potential to freeze, right? And then your position expire, okay? A De La Riva guard or De La Riva control, De La Riva hook is not a position to rest, so you must know what you need to do with, okay? And my question to you is like, my opinion to you is like, what I'm gonna do with the De La Riva, okay? I can pull guard, De La Riva hook, and then offensive to where I'm gonna advance, okay? I'm gonna show you a few options. I'm gonna show you how to pull guard De La Riva into a sweep. I'm gonna pull guard De La Riva control into a back take, and then we build from there, okay? But we must understand what's our goal, what we're trying to be, what's your intention with De La Riva, okay? You can just be offensive, but offensive to where, which directions that we want, okay? That's what I just wanted to clarify that because it's easy to understand the goal of the video, okay? So let's go right here. So if I'm planning to go De La Riva hook with my left, I'm gonna move back a little bit. I'm gonna try pull guard with my right foot, okay? Because I wanted to bring my left leg into a De La Riva. So for example, if I'm here, okay? So if I want to play De La Riva with my left side, I'm gonna pull with my right, okay? But I like to get rid of this hook, this arm first. If not, you can get rid later, but it's always better to hit. So number one, I'm gonna pull guard with my left. Now use the pendulum with this leg to put a De La Riva hook, okay? And then from here, it's so easy. I have a traction of pull, push, like that with my hooks. Now with this grip, what I'm gonna do here, I have a De La Riva hook. I don't have a deep De La Riva yet, which I will show you in a second, okay? So from here, I can push Adam. He might push back, and I'm using momentum to lift, pull my arm, and look how it's easy to pick Adam up that way. Okay, go back. So from here, De La Riva hook, I push, and then I pull, and now look, I tuck the arm, the elbow, and flip him into a balloon sweep, which is a very easy sweep to do from there. Okay, so move back. So when I'm pulling guard from here, look, 1, 2, I push, and then from here lift, and then kick him over, and then end up in mount. If I break that grip from my collar, it makes my life a lot easier. So if I'm here, I get one of this grip, snap the grip out, same approach. 1, 2, okay? Now what I'm gonna do here, I wanna go, look, there, now push him, and now he might fall. Boom. And then from here, I can come up. I don't have to have a cross grip on the sleeve, but if you want to, even better, it's just different variations. So I pull guard, okay, move here, get what it is, 1, 2. Now look, I stuff this guy here. Now blocking is hard for him to take his leg out because I'm putting the hand under my leg. Now from that collar, I can go to cross collar, foot on the hip, foot on the mat, and push Adam that way, boom. Okay, from here, just go on top. Now, another variation that we can pull is control the cross sleeve. So I pull guard from here, then here, boom. If I cannot break the grip before, I have to go here, get rid of this, place, okay? Now I'm gonna switch 1, 2. Now same approach, I can punch at him. Now look, he fall. If you wanna take the back, keep the ankle, keep the sleeve, and use this as a pendulum that way, okay? And now look, from here, I'm gonna move myself on top of Adam's leg, and then I roll back to expose the back. Switch my hook, push, and then here I am. It's a very clever way to get to the back from there, okay? All these is De La Riva hooks, not even deep De La Riva yet, okay? So I can break this grip, I can go 2 and 1, here, De La Riva hook, boom. Now, move this way a little bit out. Now from here, I'm gonna punch the hands. My foot goes on the mat, but this time Adam's not gonna fall. He's gonna bounce on the far leg, boom. Now from the ankle, I wanna do this. I'll move myself back, control the far leg. Now from here, this leg goes, look how my hip has to go here. Let go the hands. I'm gonna grab the belt. Now from here, sit my partner between the leg, sit belt, and back take. Alright, so look. Same approach, I need to change this grip. Break the grip. I'm gonna go here. 1, 2. Now I push. Look, that leg is far. I need to move myself close. Okay, and now you can go over. What people does here as a mistake is try to throw the hook and keep my hip there. When I throw my hook, look at my hip, square up. Now I have this. Now it's gonna be super hard for the person to defend. Okay, go back on him. De La Riva hook. So now, deep De La Riva, which is very strong. I break this grip. I pull, 1, 2, switch the hands, ankle. Now look, I need to go there. Bridge into your shoulder. So look, shoulder, 1, 2, De La Riva X. Now I wanna pull out on top of me, forcing my hand to the mat, good. So now he won't fall. Now my De La Riva X is strong. I have the ankle, so look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab around the hip on the side. Now what I'm gonna do is, I wanna extend and I push out on top. Open my guard, pull, pull. Here I am. Because his weight is right on top of me, so it's really good to get that belt line. Here, I give it go, break this grip, cross collar, 1, 2. Now look, let go this to here. Bridge. Look, now I have the collar grip. Okay, now De La Riva hook, pull out on top of me. Now look, I need to sink the knee that way. Grab the belt or pants right here. Move back, back take. Okay, so De La Riva X is an option. Go back. I'm pulling guard, break this grip. 1, De La Riva hook. Hand this, move this way. Hand this time, look how flat I am, and look how sideways I am. Now, another option is I push, grab this leg. Now this leg, instead of gonna go for the hook, this knee is gonna go there, behind Adam. Now, boom. Now these hands have to let go, grab the belt. Now I'm gonna pull Adam over me, he's gonna sit right next to me. Now I have, move this way. These are really good, it's one of my favorite setup. Now for this hook, I need to switch. 1, 2. I let go, grab the belt, the collar. Now my knee goes all the way on the mat by posting this foot on the mat. Boom. Now in the leg drag, For the leg drag, I push, hug the head, move around the back. I can go for the Ezekiel choke from the back, which is one of the strongest connections from there. Okay, so one more time. I'm pulling guard. I can go cross collar, whatever you want, but as long as you know what to do from there. Sweep, back take. Snap this grip, boom. One, switch. Okay, here, there, bring your leg. Right? Now have the heel. Now look, put my foot on the mat, punch. Secure the leg. Now have a cross body. Now Adam, turn whatever side you want. He can't, he's stuck. Now buys me time to go here, there, move myself down, pull Adam that way, switch a hook, cross the far collar, and now move up, strong leg drag, super, super strong. Go back here. Another great option, just throwing options right there, but you have to be offensively like move into, but as long as you know where you want to go, sweep or back, okay? So I go for here, break this grip, or even not, go for here. I pull guard, De La Riva hook, ooh, turn, De La Riva hook, okay? Now for here, I need to break this grip, ankle, boom, okay? Now look, I punch at him, he did not fall, okay? There's a really good option for the back, okay? He take the leg out, push my leg out, Adam, boom, and square that back, boom. Go back to here, okay? And then we go from there. So I'm here, okay? I push the Riva hook, 1, 2, boom. He take the foot out, square up, I'm here. Now tripod, boom. And here I am from there, okay? So that's what I separated for you guys today. And if you have any questions about anything they struggle with, request, comment to the video, and I will film for you, okay? So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Big os.